I'm Christian and I'm the Director of R&D and Technology at McLaren F1. Our wind tunnel is in the McLaren Technology Centre and right next to our engineering offices. This is very important because the engineers working on all the geometries to make the car go faster need to be close to the experiment that we run in the wind tunnel. Wind tunnels are a critical part of developing a Formula One car. The ideas are generated by the engineers and they will make a lot of simulations to evaluate different geometries. Some of these geometries who look promising then get turned into parts that we test on the wind tunnel model. And during the test run, the model moves into different attitudes to simulate straight line running and different cornering conditions. We are then measuring the forces and moments and the pressures, as well as other important parameters, to say if a configuration is better or worse. And the most performance solutions will actually turn into car parts that make the car faster on the track. I'm here behind the fan of the wind tunnel. The air is coming down a long straight section and coming into the turn where it goes towards the heat exchanger. Let me show you. Behind me is the heat exchanger, and all air going around in the circle has to pass through the heat exchanger and is cooled down to 20 degrees per second. This way we have a controlled set parameters in the test section where we actually develop the model. The fan accelerates the air in a full circle. At run-up it consumes up to 1 megawatt of power, but once the air is in motion this is much less. In the test section we have a wind speed of 50 meters per second, which is regulated by the FAA, as well as the scale of the model, which is 60% of the full-scale car. So I can't show you the test section unfortunately, but I can show you the fan as a close-up. Behind me is the fan of our wind tunnel. But what actually is the fan? In the end it's a very large electric motor with two bearings either end. And around it are different blades. And these blades actually accelerate the air. The gap between the blade and the tube around it is really small, which is important for efficiency of the fan. And at the moment the machine is off, of course, but we can actually turn it. Earlier we have been right next to the fan inside of the wind tunnel. Now we're on the outside and it's actually running. It's really loud and it's much quieter on the control room where the engineers work. But this is pretty much everything we can show about the wind tunnel. I hope you find it interesting. Thank you very much.